Welcome back to Instables, everyone. So as you guys can see, again, yesterday we did have a gap up. Again, we had a bounce. As you guys can see now, getting that pullback that we were expecting. Again, we have our EMA lines dropping below the median over MACD, showing us that pressure to the downside. And as you guys can see, again, very much closing on the upper end of our candle from yesterday and gapping down, opening here on the upper end of our candle. Again, opening on the upper end if we do have a red candle here and closing here on the lower end. So again, we did get a gap down from yesterday leading into today. Where exactly may we be headed next? I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for here. Hit that like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. Let's jump right into this one. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, again, just to recap on everything that's been going on here. Again, we have been overall on this rally, sitting on anticipation from, again, Nick Timiraos mentioning that possible Fed pivot. Again, Powell mentioning that unemployment isn't exactly as high as we were looking for after our decrease in rates that we have been looking for. As you guys can see, again, sitting on a gap down, pulling back here with that increase in sell pressure recently here on our MACD. And again, our EMA line still dropping below the median over MACD, showing us a lot of pressure to the downside. Again, we do have our white shaded lines that are coming in again, showing us that decrease in sell pressure. However, we are looking for that possible continuation on increases in sell pressure. Again, if we drop below our prior sell pressure point, then it does show us that we are increasing in sell pressure to the downside. As you guys can see, again, very much sitting on a doji candle here, showing us that rejection to the downside. However, again, sitting on a red candle, closing lower here after gapping down. So again, if our 20-day does cross below our 50 and we do continue on lower, as it does suspect that may be happening, then again, we are looking for that bearish candle setup, looking for a possible engulfing candle to the downside. We are looking for that momentum candle to continue on lower here, again, losing that momentum after anticipation that we had prior. And again, right before we had this anticipation, we were on a pullback, very much selling off, looking to see if we would test the lower end of our channel here. Again, getting saved by Nick Timiraos on this possible Fed pivot, very much give us a nice bounce. But now we are continuing on with pressure that we had from prior. So again, very much pricing in to see if we will continue on lower here. In my opinion, very much looking to see if we will continue on with this sell pressure, since our EMA lines are not curling up here. Our 12 would be curling to possibly cross back over our 26 if we were to continue on with this bounce, but that's not what's happening here, guys. We are pointing down. We are looking for that possible increase in, again, that possible increase in sell pressure, and getting confirmation on that increase in sell pressure is another play here. And as far as room to run to the upside, again, looking at our RSI here, again, we were pointing up yesterday. So at this point in time, very much careful playing to the upside. Again, we are not pointing up. We are not breaking above our prior highs here. So again, we are not increasing in strength at all, nothing close to what we're looking for to continue on higher. If we do start to point up, if we do start to break above our prior highs here on the RSI, then we could possibly look for that continuation on higher. Since we are not in overbought territory, we never reached overbought territory. We will see exactly what happens from here. Again, we are on a pullback here. If we continue on lower into lower lows, then we are definitely continuing on with that decrease in strength. However, if we do continue on with the bounce, then we'll see more consolidation, looking for that possible bearish candle setup again if our 20-day crosses below our 50. Again, this is the watch that we have been keeping an eye on this whole week. We are watching our 20 and our 50 here. And the largest indicator of the week that we have been watching, again, is the DXY. If we get weakness on the dollar, then we get strength in the market. As you guys can see on the dollar, again, we did get our strength to the downside. That's why we have been on a bounce, but now we are increasing in buy pressure. Again, mentioning yesterday, if we increased in buy pressure here, guys, then this was the play to continue on lower here on the SPY. So again, if we were watching this increase in buy pressure here, then we would have known that we were going to decrease in strength on the SPY, and that's exactly what happened. Again, mentioning yesterday that our EMA lines were still above here, pointing up, showing us that we are still increasing with strength on the dollar, and very much showing us that we could continue on with that pullback here on the SPY. Now looking for that bearish confirmation on that bearish candle setup. Again, looking for an engulfing candle to come out here, looking for a continuation on a momentum candle to the downside is exactly what we would be looking for to the downside. Now, again, guys, if we're looking for that bullish momentum and we're looking for that continuation on higher, if we're making an argument for why the market should continue on higher, again, we want our EMA lines to start to curl up here for that possible continuation on that decrease in sell pressure that we got here. And we very much want to see our 20-day not cross below our 50, even though we are curling down, very much showing us that we are likely to curl down and continue on below our 50 here. However, if we do continue on with this bounce for any given reason, we would be looking for that bullish candle setup here on the upper end of our channel. Again, we have been trying to avoid this rejection on the upper end of our channel, and that's exactly what we avoided because, again, prior we got multiple rejections on the upper end of our channel. So again, a nice play by avoiding this rejection. Now we would be looking for that bullish candle setup still if we are going to continue on higher. But at this point in time, as we do, again, sit with our EMA lines below the median MACD, showing us that shift in momentum has came. Again, after Powell mentioning that unemployment isn't exactly as high as we expected, and after pulling back today on jobless claims again, after Powell just mentioned that unemployment is very important, jobless claims, not exactly the numbers that we're looking for. Continuing on with that pullback today, again, mentioning that in yesterday's video. Now looking for, again, that bearish candle setup if our 20-day does cross below our 50 from here. That is the watch, guys. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader, if you're looking for very volatile breakouts, we mentioned any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, 2.5 hours before market open, although we did pause our alerts till January 3rd. Go to instables.com in the description below. And only for $15 a month, you guys will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you instables that come over and support the channel every single day, I appreciate you guys. We're going to continue to go at it, stay patient, and take what the market gives us as we always do. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.